guys, welcome to the Seso Real Estate Show, where you find out the main guys, the major guys in Nigeria's real estate sector, those ones that will guarantee you return on investment. Very, 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 very important that you get your guaranteed return on investment. Not just that, you get safety, you get security, you get quality for what you're paying for. So today on this show, we're going to be interviewing one of the hottest, if not the hottest, in Nigeria's real estate sector, none other than Mr. Odun Ayo of UPDC. That's the CEO of UPDC. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're looking sprightly, man. Nah. This too swag. I need to change. I need to change this. It's all good. It's all good. So, good to have you on the show. And while growing up, I grew up not just too far from here, though. So, So I was always fascinated by the high-rise around here. Stunning buildings. And which brings me to the first question. By the way, I have 7 questions for you. And I know you're going to kill them. So 7 very important questions. So the first one is, what has been the journey so far for UPDC? I know you guys have been in the business for about 20 years right now. That's a lot, man. So please run us through it and, bring us up to speed, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir.
So UPDC is unarguably the most experienced real estate development and investment company in Nigeria.
Stunning.
And even West Africa.
Stunning.
So UPDC started as a part of the UAC group. And in 1997, the company was carved out to become an independent real estate company and became UPDC.
Right.
And in 1998, the company was listed on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. And for the last 26 years has remained the only real estate company that is listed on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. No way. That means I can buy stock, right? You can buy the shares of it.
The shares.
You can buy the shares.
Stunning.
Become an investor in UPDC. Yes.
Come on. Big boy.
So over those years, UPDC has, trailed the blaze in so many subsectors of the real estate industry. So we've done residential projects, we've done commercial projects, we've done retail, we've done hospitality, and we continue to build landmark projects all across the country. So UPDC also was the first company to list a real estate investment trust. A real estate investment trust is a vehicle where you can invest in real estate indirectly.
Wow.
So you can invest in properties and earn, income on a yearly basis, as any investor or institutional or private can key into it and earn some income.
Right. So talking about that means people that want to test the waters and see, is this a good avenue for people that just want to test the waters and see what it is like to invest in the real estate? Is it a good avenue for them, this real estate trust that I just mentioned? Is it a good avenue for them to start from, and then they can now graduate into proper buying of real estate?
Yes, because real estate projects are capital intensive. You may not have all the money you need to buy a building, but whatever you have, you can use it to buy units or shares, so to speak, in our REIT. And every year you still get your income. So it's a very good way it's an entry, it's a very easy way to enter into real estate investment space. A lot of people are taking advantage of that.
Makes total sense. Now, talking about value appreciation, investing into real estate, I know one of your biggest brands is the Pinnock brand. And as at the last time I was at Jack on Day, it was nothing. The second time I went there, I was like, what is going on here? What just happened? When I first heard about the price, I said the first time I went there, and the second time I went there, I'm like, nah, I need to run away from here. What happened? How did you guys transform that part of Lagos? Not just transform in physical landscape, also transform from zero value to what it is today, especially the homeowners? I know the caliber of people there. Trust me, sir. I know the caliber of people. How did you guys do it? Because a lot of people want to know. It's not just, I'm sure you agree with me that it's not just about building and leaving the place there. There's also value appreciation involved. So give us a quick run to how did you guys do it? Should I put it in the English? How will I take run now? How will I take run now?
Yeah, so it's a good question also. To do a successful real estate project requires experience. Mm-hmm. It requires expertise, and it requires some capabilities that, is very hard to find in this market. Mm-hmm. And that's what UPDC has. So when we went into that area, we envisioned a world-class environment. Mm-hmm. And we also had the resources and the skills to transform the environment into a world-class environment that it is today. And that has to do with starting with the design. We assembled world-class designers like the architects, the engineers who conceived this project. It also has to do with project management. To be able to deliver what you have on paper on ground requires a certain level of skill. And that's also what UPDC brings to the table. And thirdly, it requires financial resources. Right. We had to be able to pay the contractors. We had to be able to actually deliver the quality that we promised our customers. And then the moment people realized that we were doing something completely different from what the industry was used to, and we were taking the quality in the industry to a higher level, it began to drive value. Right. So what people really respond to is the unique selling points of the project. And people also respond to the way the project appreciates over time. And then over the years, people have seen, both in PNOC and in other projects from UPDC, that UPDC's projects retain their value over the years. So for over 10, 15, 20 years and more, people have been living in UPDC projects and they've seen capital appreciation. Wow. So those are some of the value drivers, for some of our projects.
That is stunning. That is stunning. Fun fact, guys, right? The PNOC brand from UPDC houses some of the biggest stars. I like football, so it's only the football side I know. I know the biggest stars in Nigeria, Super Eagles, live in PNOC. That doesn't mean you should go to the gate and start disturbing them there. Am I correct, sir?
You are correct. And it's not just footballers alone. We have other celebrities, from entertainers to showbiz to even religious leaders. So it's a project that has attracted a lot of high quality clientele. Wow. And, we have several projects that have spun off from the PNOC Beach Estate. Really? Yes, we've done the James PNOC Estate, and we've done the PNOC Prime Estate. PNOC Prime being the last installment of the PNOC brand that we just released. Sold out? Yes, it's sold out. Interesting. So I said that we had 7 questions. I've asked 2. I think question number 3, yeah. So, good. I'm sure a lot of people, right, first-timers would like to know. I am a first-time. Let's say I'm a first. I walk up to you and say, hey, sir, I know you're an expert in the real estate sector here in Nigeria. You know the story where, the story that's obtainable out there, scam, this, that, and that. For a new person trying to come into the real estate sector here in Nigeria, especially Lagos, what tips or what advice would you give the person having this amount of years experience? What advice would you give this person to the do's and the don'ts coming from the buyer angle, not the seller angle? The buyer angle. Oh, you can do this. These are the things to identify with a good brand that you can deal with. Yeah. So the first thing I would advise anybody who wants to buy property in Nigeria especially is you need to know the credibility of the developer.
Which you guys already have.
Yes, and
take that to the bank.
Whoever is behind the project. So a lot of people have actually lost, significant amounts of their funds by going, with, companies or individuals that are not credible. And that's one of the reasons why UPDC's projects continue to do well, because not only are we a publicly listed company, you can check out all our information online or with our regulators. We also have the experience. We have many customers you can go to and get referrals. And so on.
That's very key.
So the first thing is the credibility of the developer, then due diligence. A lot of people key into real estate projects without adequately finding out about the details. For instance, the title. The title documentation has to be
on
checked.
point.
You have to check what kind of title the project has. Does it have a C of O, and so on and so forth.
Right.
Then people also need to understand the trends in the market.
I will get to that, but go on, sir.
So if I want to advise a buyer, the buyer needs to understand what kind of infrastructure is going in the location. So what kind of announcements have been made around the location. For instance, in Lagos today, you have the Lekki free
zone, yeah.
And then you have the Lekki Deep Sea Port. You have the Dangote Refinery. You have the new airport. You have the Fort Mainland Bridge. When you see huge infrastructure projects being announced in a certain location, it means that over time, the value of properties in those areas will appreciate. So checking the trends and checking what's going to happen, in the next couple of years is also something to check.
To consider, right.
To consider. Then value for money.
Before you talk, that is very, very important. That is value for money. Let's go on, sir.
Value for money, the emphasis is on value. Because so many people talk about price and cost, but not enough about value. So a lot of people sell a lot of properties off plan and they sell them cheap. So a lot of people are attracted by the cost. But by the time it is delivered, if it's ever delivered, you realize that what you ordered
is not what you got. I have to put that image up. What you ordered is not what you got.
So, value for money has nothing to do with the price or the cost of the property. That's everything to do with what you get for what you pay for.
I need to write that down. Where's my Bible? Okay, I'll write that down.
And that has to do with things like asking questions around the amenities. What kind of amenities am I going to get? If I'm buying into this estate or into this property, what do I get?
Absolutely.
What kind of roads am I going to get? What kind of power system? Do they have solar street lights? Do they have, pipe-borne water? Do they have treated water? Do they have, so all those kind of questions, if I was to advise a buyer, you have a checklist, and then you go through those checklists, starting with just the due diligence on the title, because that's where everything begins. And then you walk your way all the way down.
All the way down.
And then those are the things that also drive value. But ultimately, the credibility of the developer behind the project cannot be overemphasized.
Absolutely. Let me put another pidgin English. My thinking don't open. That means my head don't open. Question number 4. You were talking about trends just now. Now, can you give us in just short words, what are the current trends in the real estate sector here in Nigeria, especially Lagos? Knowing that you guys are at the forefront of driving these developments, of totally changing the landscape of Lagos, what are the trends that you've noticed? Let's analyze maybe between, let's say, past 5 years till now.
Yeah, in the last 5 years, some very important things have happened. in the world, not just Nigeria alone.
Absolutely.
One of the key things that have happened in the last 5 years is COVID. Okay, COVID has meant that the way we live our lives have changed. And the way we consume almost everything has also changed. So COVID-19, I think, accelerated some of the changing trends that we were seeing in the industry and actually moved things along much faster.
Right.
So for instance, during the COVID period, people realized that there was a need to have technology infused into real estate.
Right.
You know, people started taking more seriously the idea of live, work, play. Because your house became your office. Your house became your school.
Right.
Your house became your entertainment. You couldn't go to the movies. You had to Netflix and chill.
I won't lie. I was kind of frustrated. I was like, what is going on, man? Can't we just go outside and play some football? But I think you're spot on.
So one of the changing trends is the infusion of technology in space management. So right now, you also have the advent of Gen Zs. The Gen Zs have now gotten into the workforce, and they are demanding a lot of technological input. So people are talking about smart homes.
Right.
Where right from your phone, you can project to anything in your house. You can play music from anywhere in your room, from your phone, and so on. So that technological advancement and the input of technology is very key for any new developments now.
That's
so we are seeing that trend, you know, in everything that we do now. There's also the trend around quality versus quantity.
That's where quality. That's where a lot of people fight. That's where a lot of people get it wrong.
Quality versus quantity. These days, we have realized that a lot of people looking for homes, especially, are looking for homes in very good locations, and they are willing to compromise sizes.
For real?
Yes, a lot of people don't mind moving into 2 beds rather than having very big accommodation that is not efficient in locations that are either too far off or that do not have the amenities that they need.
Absolutely, I see.
So people want to live in places where you have, you know, things like a gym, you know, places that have, you know,
generally good amenities.
Good amenities in the neighborhood.
Safety.
Shopping, safety. You want to have your lifestyle, you know, aspects, you know, also provided for.
Right.
So we are seeing that lifestyle trend, you know, becoming, you know, more and more important to people who want to consume.
So if I get you correct now, people have now personalized their experiences. They want to transfer that personal experience into the space that they are living in.
Yes.
Right. It's not just about the building now. It's
not just the building, it's about the lifestyle.
The lifestyle.
So those products. So most of our projects now have become lifestyle projects.
Absolutely.
We actually brand all our projects. So we have projects that are targeted at certain demographics. We have projects that are targeted at investors.
Okay.
We have projects that are targeted at families. You know. So depending on what your need is and what your lifestyle is and where you are in your life, there's a product for you from UPDC. And that's a deep understanding of the market and the demographics and our customers, the people that we serve. So we get into the minds and to the hearts of our customers, and we design and we provide projects that suit their lifestyle. So that's another trend that we have seen. Another trend that we are seeing more and more of now is the infusion of sustainability strategies.
Okay.
So
sorry, sir. Sustainability, and my head don't scatter like this. I don't understand what. Just you know, a lot of it, bring it down to our level so that we understand. Yes, sir.
So one of the major areas of sustainability focus is in cost of energy. Everybody is talking about diesel costs, you know, cost of powering your homes or your offices or your factories. So, and because of the new debates on climate change, you know, and the effects of all these fumes and all these things in the environment, we are seeing people pay a lot more attention to alternative energy sources, for instance.
Okay.
So, for instance, all our new projects have solar streetlights. We provide, alternative
source of energy to power this.
On one hand, it helps the environment, which is something that we support. On the other hand, it also reduces your cost. Long term.
Right, yeah, long term, absolutely.
So most homes are being designed from scratch to have solar panels, for instance, because you just have to pay attention to the bottom line. So the use of water, do you recycle water, and things like that have become more and more important to our customers. And we have also responded to that.
Wow.
We have responded to that.
Wow. This is, you see why it's good to stay with the OGs in the building, the OGs in the industry, right? So, my question, number 5, right? We've got 2 more questions to go. Tell us about the most recent projects you have in the market. The recent ones. I know you mentioned and just now that you look at when an announcement is being made, Dangote Refinery, Deep Sea Port, Airport, and the rest. Do you have projects sitting around these major announcements? If you do, please shed light on them. And if anybody wants to key into it, what do they do? How do they, where do they start from? Like me, I may be on the street, I'm like, what's going on here? That kind of thing. So shed some light on your projects that are sitting around this major announcement that you mentioned earlier.
I'm glad you asked that question because, a lot is happening along the Lekki-Epe axis. And we're happy to announce that UPDC has just conceived a new project in that axis. Okay,
so that means we'll be feeling like Pinnock in that other one should buy it.
Yes.
If not better.
It's definitely going to be even better than anything that UPDC has done in the past because we keep improving.
Right.
So we have a project known as the Hampshire.
Okay.
The Hampshire is a site and service scheme, a mixed-use scheme that has different types of plots for different customers.
Right.
So it's a family-friendly 5-hectare project.
Wow.
Where you can key in and have plots for single-family dwelling. You can build your duplex or your mansion, as the case may be. You can also have plots for semi-detached houses. So you can buy a plot where you can do twin duplexes. You can live in one and rent out one. You can sell one.
No, I'll sell off.
Or you sell it.
Wow.
Those are the ones we call low-density plots.
Okay.
We also have high-density plots where, as an investor or with a group of friends, you can build a block of apartments.
Wait. Did you guys catch that? Please, let's rewind. Yeah. Please, let's rewind. Please repeat that side again. Let people understand.
We also have high-density plots where investors or a group of friends can come together and build blocks of apartments.
So that means if I have 5 friends that have money,
you can come together and build a block of apartments.
Wow.
And these are projects that really, really appreciate over time. Also because of some of the value drivers that we have discussed.
Yes.
So the project is located in Sogotedo. For those that know, the Lekki-Epe axis very well, Sogotedo has become a very attractive, neighborhood in that area because of the amenities that are there. It's on the Monastery Road, right behind the Novari Mall, and you have so many amenities. You have very good schools in that area. So for people who have kids, you have one of the largest shopping malls in Lagos in that area.
That's our ShopRite, right?
You have the ShopRite in there. You have a lot of retailers. You have food courts there. You have entertainment. So it's really a lifestyle neighborhood. And, it speaks to everything that any upwardly mobile person in Lagos needs. One of the advantages also is that the infrastructure around there is being upgraded big time. So the access way in there is being expanded, and the contract is already been awarded. The roadworks are already ongoing. It's in close proximity of the Lakaway Golf Course, is in close proximity of Dangote Refinery, the deep sea port, the new airport has been announced, and the Fort Mainland Bridge. So it checks all those boxes.
So it sits right in the middle of this major announcement, which is a smart one there. Talking about the amenities that you mentioned, aside the excellently built road, or the road that will be built, what other amenities do, if I key in, what other amenities do I stand to enjoy? Because you mentioned that amenities are very important.
Amenities are very key.
Yes, sir.
So the Hampshire has best-in-class amenities that is being worked into the scheme itself. So nice. Apart from everything that's happening around there that is fantastic, the Hampshire itself has best-in-class infrastructure, starting from the primary infrastructure, like the roads, drainages. We're providing excellent power supply. We're providing water. We're providing sewage treatment. And it also has some of the best-in-class recreational facilities. We have over 3,000 square meters of Central Park, where the kids can play football. I know you like football.
See, I like football.
You can go in there in the evening and and read a book. So it's really, really, really taking communal living to another level. In addition to that, like I said, we've infused some sustainability strategies in there. All the street lights are solar. We encourage people building to also infuse some sustainability strategies within their design. In addition to that, this is an estate that's going to be well managed post completion. Because UPDC has a separate company known as UPDC Facilities Management. So they would take over from where you stop as an investor to make sure that the security is top notch, the cleaning services, the maintenance, and everything, the landscaping, everything that you need to keep that property value going, and appreciating, we would provide. So right from inception to the full life cycle of that development, you can be rest assured that when you key into this development, your investment is bound to appreciate. And right from the beginning of this year till now, we've seen significant jump in capital appreciation. Before anything has happened.
Stunning. This is stunning.
Now, in addition to that, we also have complementary services worked into the scheme.
Really?
So we have some complementary services like recreation. And so we have opportunities for people to come and have like a world-class gym in that area that's going to service the estate and estates in the area.
Right.
We also have an opportunity to have people build things like serviced office suites. So you don't necessarily have to drive all the way down to Victoria Island. If you're a professional and you just want to work from home or work from somewhere close to your home, it's all about improving your quality of life. If you can live there, you can work there,
you can play there.
What more do you want?
Man, this is great. This is great. I'm sure you're factoring in the tech sphere in that aspect too.
Absolutely. Tech is a no-brainer now. Everything we do, we all kind of live on our phones these days, and everybody's interconnected. So everything we are going to do, we're going to ensure that we put the state-of-the-art technological advancements into the design from day one. And we're going to deliver it to our customers.
I see. I need to go and start learning how to code so that I can latch get into this tech world. Very direct question to you. And be 100% honest, because I'm honest, Is UPDC the most reliable real estate company, not just in Lagos, in Nigeria, perhaps in West Africa. Is that true?
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. And I can tell you a few reasons why I think so.
Right.
I believe over the years, UPDC has earned its reputation. And our reputation speaks for us in terms of the quality of the project that UPDC has delivered over the years. So UPDC is a company that has reach. We've done projects in Lagos, we've done projects in Abuja, we've done projects in Oyo State, in Ibadan. We've done projects in Asaba, Delta State. We've done projects in Port Harcourt, River State. We've done projects in Calabar, Cross River. And so many other locations. Some of the most landmark projects that you see around have UPDC's footprint all over them.
Wow.
And we have thousands of customers that have keyed into our projects over the years. And all of them have only one thing to say.
What's that thing?
That is that they are happy for the value that they get from a UPDC property.
Okay, so that's happy customer, happy value. Abi?
Happy value, happy customer.
Happy value, happy customer. It's good to roll with the OGs of the industry. And if not, why not the CEO of UPDC over, can I say 26 years?
About 26 years as a standalone company. But the history of the company goes for over 100 years.
100 years, bro. I wasn't even born, man. I was just dust. Do you know? I was just 100. What? 100 years.
Over 100-year legacy.
Man, yeah, that's some ancestor level. That's on some God level. So, final question. What's it like working with Seso Global on the entire scheme of things? What's it like working with Seso Global?
Seso Global, we see Seso Global as a very strong partner in getting our message out there. Seso Global is a globally recognized firm, that has earned its reputation as well because of what it has done over the years.
Right.
So Seso Global continues to lead the quality of the conversation around, messaging and around profiling and around benchmarking in the real estate industry. One thing I like about Seso Global, really and truly, is that it's very discerning the kind of customers that Seso Global affiliates with. So if you go into any Seso Global event or platform, you will realize that Seso Global screens the kind of customers that they do business with. So we are very happy that UPDC is one of those companies that we are partnering, on the Seso Global platform. And it just shows that the kind of people that also come onto Seso Global's platform are the kind of customers, the kind of right profile of customers that we also want to target. So we are very, very happy working with Seso Global, and we believe that going into the future, we're going to have even a more beneficial working relationship.
Ha! Got you guys. So it's been let me use the Gen Z word. It's been crazy. It's been crazy. I have to use the Gen Z. It's been crazy rolling with the CEO of UPDC, that's on some God level, 100 years of experience plus 26 years inside the real estate.
So thank you very much for being a part of this interview. If you need to know more about UPDC or any of our projects like the Hampshire that I spoke about, please get in touch with Seso Global on the numbers shown on your screen, and they'll be very happy to give you as many details as you need. If you also need to know more about UPDC itself, you can go to www.updcplc.com, and you can contact us on all our channels. We are also on social media. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on LinkedIn, and we're on Twitter. you can tweet at us, and we'll be very happy to get back to you. Thank you very much.
Hey, so that's it, guys. The Seso Real Estate Show, bringing you the most verified real estate developers in Nigeria, protecting you, the buyer, from schemers and scammers. You know how it is. Smash that like button, turn on your notification bell, and you know what's next? Visit www.seso.global for more. Peace out.